Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, we're going to go over to Black America Web, and the article is by Zack, and it says, former prosecutor Jackie Johnson receives court date in Ahmaud Arbery case. If you are not familiar doing the whole thing about Ahmaud Arbery and his lynching, uh, there was a prosecutor who tried to um, not let the case go forward, and it was found out that she had ties to uh, one of the accused killers. So, this is an update with that. It says a lot of people like to argue that Ahmaud Arbery's case proves justice can be served in the case where racist white men kill unarmed black people after Arbery's killers were all convicted and given life sentences. These people forget that it almost wasn't so. They forget it took more than 2 months for anyone to be arrested in Arbery's killing. They forget the local authorities did their damnedest to sweep the case under the rug. They forget that Waycross Judicial Court District Attorney George Barnhill, who ultimately recused himself from the initial case, initially determined that Greg and Travis and McMichael were following in hot pursuit a burglary suspect who's, with solid first-hand probable cause in their neighborhood, in asking/telling him to stop, and he referred to Aubrey as a criminal suspect. They forget that Barhill was called in by former Brunswick Judicial Court District Attorney Jackie Johnson, who was indicted last year after being accused of aiding Greg McMichael, who worked in her office until 2019, and avoiding arrest along with Travis. I believe that's the father and son. Well, now, 15 months after Johnson's indictment, the former prosecutor has finally received her court date, according to the Associated Press. On Tuesday, Superior Court Judge John R. Turner scheduled Johnson's arraignment on December the 29th. A previous report, Johnson was charged with hindering the police investigation in Arbery's killing in September of last year, after prosecutors said Greg called her directly after the shooting, and Johnson responded by showing favor and affection towards Greg and interfered with police by directing that Travis McMichael should not be placed under arrest. In fact, according to the Associated Press, prosecutors listed a total of 16 calls between Greg and Johnson that allegedly occurred in the days and weeks following the shooting. When Johnson appeared in court, she will have a chance to enter a plea after the charges are formally presented. And Turner said he will also hear arguments regarding pending legal motions, which include a request by Johnson's attorney to have one of the charges dismissed. Finding justice for Ahmaud Arbery has a long and uphill battle that started with a months-long struggle to get anyone arrested for the murder at all. If for not the video footage and the shooting, public outcry to the killers brought to justice, Arbery's case would likely have been under the heel of the local cronies in law enforcement who were willing to scratch the McMichaels' back and let them skate on a horrendous hate crime. Just true. It proves that regardless of how many involved get charged and convicted, Arbery's case is not one that should prompt complacency in regard to how racial justice is handled in America. Justice almost didn't happen at all in this case, and we're still waiting for it to come to completion. And that is the end of the article right there. Basically, well written. Um, you know, people tend to forget this minor fact. It almost did not come to be. However, there was people on the other side that was like, hey, this is not right. And uh, she was charged and she was indicted. Hopefully, the justice will continue for Ahmaud Arbery, for one of the people that ultimately tried to silence his killing and murder merely because of association with one of the accused killers in the case. And you wanted to help him, now you can serve with him. You know, um, I don't have no feelings behind that. To be honest with you, you know, at the end of the day, regardless of how you feel or who you know, and if you're in law enforcement, your main and ultimate goal should be just like the oath that you took to serve and protect. Her trying to hinder the case and not have McMichaels arrested was basically, her not honoring her oath that she took, not standing with what she initially got that job for, which was justice. No matter what type of justice it is, justice for the victim, which Ahmaud Arbery clearly was a victim in this case. Sadly, his life was stolen because somebody wanted to play neighborhood watch. And it's a story often told with sometimes having tragic outcomes. My condolences continue for the family of Ahmaud Arbery, his friends, colleagues, etc. And drop down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. I definitely would love to hear if you're keeping up with this turn of events in regards to Ahmaud Arbery. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I truly do appreciate it. And I would appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and share for me. It really helps me out a lot. So I appreciate it. And with that, you guys, I will get with you in the next video.